What's going on, guys? It's Zero, bringing you another Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary. This time we're playing free-for-all on the map Grind, and if you've noticed in the beginning there, I have my sensitivity set to 6. Now, the reason that I'm doing that is I am getting questions a lot in the comment about, asking me what sensitivity do I play on. Well, the answer is that I play on a 10 to 14 depending upon the day and how my shot feels. I'll generally start out at a 14, and then if my shot's off, if I'm over aiming, then I'll take it down a level until it feels right. So that's what I normally play on. Now in this video, I started out on a 6, and I want to do that to kind of show you a little bit of a difference in between the sensitivities. Obviously, if you have a higher sensitivity, then you're going to turn faster, your aim is going to be, a lot of times honestly, your aim's going to be more erratic, especially if you're not used to the sensitivity. But it all comes down to, turning speed. Like, do you want to be able to turn on people more, or do you want to have better aim? In all honesty, normal people, and even a lot of the pro players, won't go higher than a 6 sensitivity. I use a Scuff gaming controller, which has longer thumbsticks than normal, and that allows me to have finer precision aim, because you have more leverage on the thumbstick versus the short, squat, standard Xbox controller thumbsticks. So it gives you more leverage and gives you more precision. If you don't have a Scuff controller, then in all honesty, somewhere between 4 to 8 is probably going to be your ideal range. Like I said, the best player in the world, probably Optic Scumpy, I believe he plays on around a 6 to an 8. And, he obviously has a Scuff also. Sandy Ravage, another unbelievable player, I believe he plays between a 4 and a 6. So you don't need really high sensitivity to become a good player. Having high sensitivity and playing at max settings does not make you a good player. As a matter of fact, for the vast majority of people, it's going to make you worse. You don't understand how small the movements you have to make are, playing at a 14 sensitivity in order to adjust your aim, or even to run around without looking like a madman, having a seizure. When I got my Scuff, I played on an 8 sensitivity. And before I had the Scuff, I had a Razer Anza controller, which also has slightly extended thumbsticks. So even then, I was playing at an 8 with longer thumbsticks, and then I put Control Freaks on top of that to make that 8 sensitivity, to where I felt comfortable there. So start at a 4 or a 6, somewhere between a 4 and a 6 if you don't have a Scuff, and that's probably where you'll stay. It's more important to have an accurate shot than to be able to turn on a dime and do all this crazy 360 no-scope, sniper montage shots that you see people going for. Accuracy is more important than being able to turn. Now, if you can bump your sensitivity up and still remain accurate, then by all means do so. Anytime you can add something to your game, such as being able to turn faster, while not taking something away, i.e. your aim, then that's a good thing. But if you had to choose between fast turning and accuracy, then it's accuracy all day long. It won't matter how fast you can turn if you have a 10% accuracy and can't kill anybody. So, as you'll notice here also in this game, when I'm starting out on the lower sensitivities, I believe I started on a 6, and then I'm just bumping it up as I go. Every 3 kills, I believe I bumped it up. I get more aggressive the higher the sensitivity is, and that's mainly just because I'm so used to playing at the higher sensitivity, I'm more comfortable there. And as I get more and more comfortable, I get more and more aggressive. But there's no reason you can't be aggressive on a 4 sensitivity. The only thing you'll have to do then, you'll just have to make sure that you're more aware of your surroundings and more aware of where your teammates are, where the enemies are, where the spawn points are, things of that nature, so that you won't be getting shot from behind too often and have that need to turn on people. So to summarize everything, keep your sensitivity low. If you play on a 6 normally, then play on a 6. If you want a higher sensitivity, then play on a 7 for a week. See how it feels. If it still doesn't feel right, play on a 7 for another week. Then if it feels right, go up to an 8. You want to go the highest sensitivity that you can go while still remaining accurate. So once you reach that point to where you're over-aiming, you're losing so many gunfights because you just can't get your aim right, bump it back 1 and stick at that sensitivity until you've got that sensitivity down like the back of your hand. Because aiming in this game, aiming, to me at least, it's not a conscious process. I've played this game so much that I generally know, okay, here I am, this guy's position is here, so this is how far I need to move my thumb to get to that guy. It's not something that I think about, it's just muscle memory. You know, if I had to stop and think, okay, here he is, he's to the upper left of me, I need to move my thumbstick up and to the left, then I would get killed so much more often than I do. You know, you have to be comfortable with the sensitivity that you're at. You have to build up the muscle memory to play at that sensitivity, which is why I'm recommending you play at a higher sensitivity for about a week before you decide whether or not it's too high for you. You have to give yourself that time to build up the muscle memory. Now, some people will do different sensitivities for different weapons. Like for submachine guns, you know, they'll run an 8, and then for assault rifles, they'll run a 6. Because assault rifles, generally your distance is longer and you need the fine-tuned aiming more than you need to be able to whip around like with a submachine gun. But in all honesty, I've never messed with that. I just play at the one sensitivity for all weapons. You know, if I switch from an AN-94 to an MSMC mid-match, then I stay at the same sensitivity. I don't change anything. And another thing that I'd recommend is if you're playing on just a standard Xbox controller, something without back paddles or extra buttons anywhere, then try to learn how to play on the tactical setting. You know, being able to use your right thumbstick to crouch or to drop shot is, in my opinion, so much better than being able to panic knife. Because for one, panic knifing in this game sucks. It's horrible. I have had my knife literally pass through an opponent's body and not got anything. So tactical is going to be much better for you. Try it out. Let me know what you think about it. Well, until next time, guys, this is Zero saying, I'll catch you on the flip side.